What's up, Skye Squad? It's your boy, DJRichieSkye, and we got to talk about some things today, okay? We're going to be talking about an unaired blow-up that allegedly happened between Dr. Wendys Osefo and Gizelle Bryant, and we got to talk about some very confusing edits on the Real Housewives of Potomac going on this season with regards to Wendys Osefo and those rumors about Eddie, okay? So first things first, let me start at the beginning. Now, according to Reality Blurb, Wendy did an interview and she basically talked about why she was so upset when Mia walked in to the pamper party, okay? And they had that huge blow up with Wendy going off and saying, "What I will always have is time. Tick tock, me okay?" So apparently she was already upset and heated prior to Mia's arrival because of a huge blow up with Gizelle Bryant. Oh yes, but that blow up did not make it to air. Now I don't know if it's going to pop up later on in the season in a flashback. I don't know why they didn't give that to us in the episode, because it also would inform why and how this beef between Wendy and Gizelle has been brewing underneath the surface all season long. So let's get into it. So Wendy says, "Me and Gizelle got into a big argument right before Mia walked in." Okay. She says, "And Gizelle had confronted me because she didn't like the way that I told Robin at my nude interlude party not to jump in when Gizelle and Karen were talking. So once that happened, my energy was completely off. And so you guys see me making a face. I was like squirming and I was ready to leave because there was a whole big confrontation that happened. And then Mia walks in." Now, regarding the beef between Wendy and Mia, she says that it really doesn't last that long throughout this season. So apparently that's going to work itself out. And she says that since Mia is new, Wendy is basically recapping online what's happening and what she's thinking in the moment. And Mia is mistaking that for how she actually feels now. So apparently that's why they seem to be beefing on social media now. But getting back to the argument with Gizelle and Wendy, I find that interesting. And it's interesting to me that I guess because Gizelle was not privy to the fact that Wendy and Karen had become cool, she wouldn't understand why Wendy would tell Robin to let Gizelle and Karen handle it on their own and not have Gizelle's back. So I'm interested in understanding why we didn't see that blow up happen, because that should have made it to screen, okay? Because again, it informs why Wendy may be feeling a certain type of way about Gizelle as time goes on, and maybe why she's going to react to Gizelle in such a big way when it comes to the Wendy and Eddie rumors that Gizelle is going to be bringing to the forefront. Now, speaking of the rumors, let's get into that. So if you do a little bit of digging on the Bravo TV website, I'm sure, but as well on other sites like Reality Chat, the Peach Report Daily, they've all posted this scene from next week's episode in which Gizelle is seen going to Ashley's house. I'm assuming this is after Ashley has had the baby or whatever. And Gizelle is sitting there while Ashley's holding the baby. And basically what happens is they're talking about Wendy. They're talking about how Wendy showed up at the Pajama Jammy Jam and, kind of like, real sexy kind of lingerie-esque clothing, right? So Gizelle is like, she doesn't really understand why Wendy is all of a sudden flaunting, her assets now that she's gotten it, and why she's, being so, out open about, her new body and whatnot. And she thinks that it may be because Wendy has found out about the rumors that have been going around about some alleged side baby that Eddie had allegedly had or whatever. I'm not too clued into the rumors, but they do flash the headlines from, I think, Reality Tea and All About the Tea that really kind of give you more detail about what the rumors were, okay? So when Gizelle brings it up in this scene, it left me confused, right? Because the way, and let me give it to you, the way she describes it in the scene, she's like, well, maybe Wendy's new body is her overcompensating for these rumors that are out there on the Twitter about, about Eddie. And she says, she does say, she doesn't know whether, they're true or not, or whether she doesn't care if they're true or not. She just feels like maybe that's why Wendy is overcompensating and so interested in flaunting her body, because she knows these rumors are out there. And Ashley is like in the conversation, well, Wendy doesn't seem like the type of person that would do something like that, but Gizelle is not so sure. Now, this is confusing to many of us because when we saw the preview, the trailer for The Real Housewives of Potomac season 6, it was actually, and I'm going to show you guys this. I'm going to bring up, and shout out to Reality Chat for that graphic right there. But I'm going to bring up a post shared by Faces by Bravo just to reflect and give you guys the visual. When we saw the trailer, and when you go back and you look at the trailer, you see Gizelle bringing up in this very scene right here, she's wearing the same thing, the Wendy and Eddie rumors. And so many of us, including one of the people here in the comment section, says, where is the Eddie rumors bit? We know that they filmed it here. Gizelle needs to stop speaking on people's relationship when hers is non-existent consistently. So my thing is, next week we're given the Eddie rumors, but it supposedly had already happened. So I'm wondering what's going on with the shenanigans here in the editing bay. Y'all do know y'all gave us this scene earlier, okay? And in the preview, we know that conversation actually happened here. Did they reshoot that conversation? Because we also know from the trailer that Gizelle does go to Ashley's house, and that is when we see what looks like poop, like the baby poops on Ashley, and Gizelle is like, oh God, I gotta go. So what's happening here? I'm wondering why they shuffled this around. Will we see them talking about the Eddie rumors twice? And will that be a flashback, what we see here on the screen right here? What is going on? And why is this not being shown in the same sequence that it was apparently shot in? It's very confusing, right? It's very confusing. But in the new scene, we see Ashley telling Gizelle that she should be the one to broach Wendy with the rumors, because she knows that it will come better from Gizelle, because Ashley is thinking that their relationship is still the same, which is why we as the audience needed to see that big blow up fight that occurred between Wendy and Gizelle, because we then would have a better idea of knowing that Gizelle and Wendy's relationship was maybe not the same as it had been last year. So it's interesting to me how they're kind of, editing the season. And maybe I just need to trust the edit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I just need to trust that they're going to show us a flashback of her talking about this incident twice. But it's just confusing the way it's being put together right now. And I want them to correct it and give us the real, because I want to see how it actually was played out on the show. Because otherwise, it makes it look kind of wonky and kind of off if you don't give it to us in the order that we are expecting it, and that we, the audience, know that it happened based on the trailer that you gave us earlier. That's all I'm saying. So let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment section below. Does this make you give it a side eye, this whole situation? I'm interested, in seeing how this whole situation plays out. In terms of how they tell us the story, okay? I think Wendy has already dismissed those rumors, but what I want to see is how it's actually playing out on the show. And I'm trying to get a better understanding of it, because right now it's a little bit confusing. So that's all the news that we have for you guys for right now. I just wanted to share that with you guys to get you guys' input on it and see what you think about it. Let me know down in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next video.